Okay, here we are. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Ranit and continue on with this story. A piss-up in a brewery. A piss-up in a brewery. Ranit has overlooked something rather important. Not only are you talented, but hard-working too. You really made a difference around here. As for me, I've never made anything like this before, so it's taken a while to get the engine right. Who'd have thought making a tank could be so complicated? I reckon I'll have to have it worked out before long, but there's one problem I've been struggling with: the fuel. Suppose it wouldn't hurt to ask others if they've got any ideas. I'm just gonna sit in circle. Brainstorm. All right, lads and ladettes. It seems like the cobalt coal we use for automata ain't gonna cut it. The tank's just too heavy even when it's empty. Never mind with a full load of cargo. Of course, making it lighter is an option, but we can't cut back on armor or those sin eaters will rip through it like it were paper. And there ain't no point in putting a limit on the amount it can carry, because that defeats the purpose of it. Actually, I'm not sure it's a good time to mention this, but I get the feeling we're being watched. If one of those bastard hobgoblins has followed us here, I'll smash its bloody head in. Who are you calling a hobgoblin? I've no time to deal with underlings. It's the twice, nay, thrice cursed Ranit I seek. I, Uzog the GOG, proudest descendant of the great Watts, challenge you to a test of skill, with Watt's hammer on the line. What the hells are you talking about? If you're the descendant of Watts, I'm a two-headed Amaru. His blood flows in my veins, not yours. Besides, can't you see I'm busy? I'm trying to build a prototype of the rolling tankard. A what? I don't have a clue what you mean, but it sounds fascinating. Not that I care what any of you and your band of dunderheads are up to. All I want is to challenge you and prove who's the better engineer. Surely your pride compels you to accept. Unless you're scared, that is. I ain't scared of nothing. If it's a showdown you're after, a showdown's what you'll get. But not until I finish this tank course. Of course, the quicker it gets done, the quicker we can put your skill against mine. Oh, I see what you're getting at. This is your roundabout way of asking me for my help, isn't it? Judging by the sorry state of that, whatever it's supposed to be, you certainly need it. If this is what it takes for you to relinquish Watt's hammer, so be it, you shambling charlatan. Is that the sound of impending disaster I hear? Uh-oh. I assume you've got at least some crafting chops back up that mouth of yours. I'll have you know that even GOG babies can produce better work than the shoddy rubbish that passes for engineering in Tomra. And from what I gather, you've started building that tank of yours without even considering what sort of fuel to use. I'll be here until my next name day if I wait for you lot to find a solution yourselves, so I'll let you use the GOG secret formula, which is sure to work. Naturally, I'll expect something in return. GROG. And plenty of it. Maybe we can get some for the rest of us while we're at it. Nothing like a drunken buzz to increase productivity. Yes, definitely. But there's nowhere to get decent brew from moms around, and we lack the means to make it ourselves. Bless my beard, you call yourselves dwarves. Tell you what, I'll build you a brewing machine on the condition I can have grog from it whenever I want. Agreed? I'll need an assistant though. You, over there. Lend me a hand, would you? I've heard some convoluted schemes in my time, a few of them my own, but this is something else. Ah well, as long as it doesn't interfere with my work. I couldn't give a hob's arse what she does. I think we can spare you for a bit, so why not humor her? I'll be installing the machinery at the top of those steps, so when you're ready to see a real engineer in action, just say the word. And if you even think about sabotaging it to make me look bad, I shall be very cross. Okay. I guess we're making a brewing machine. Okay, Ozog. Listen, I didn't just pick you at random, you know? I've been watching from afar, and I've seen the way you work. While I won't go so far as to say I'm impressed, you're a cut above the rest of these talentless hacks. I'd be interested to see how you cope when working alongside someone of my caliber. While I design the brewing apparatus, I'll have you produce a few basic components. As you can imagine, we'll need all manner of filters to remove any impurities, which is where you come in. I suppose you'll be needing raw materials, won't you? Let me see. I think there should be some in the automaton. Problem solved. It seems the Thol's habit of carrying a load of rubbish around with them actually paid off for once. Well then, what are you waiting for? I'm keen to show this bunch of reprobates what proper grog tastes like. And we're keen to do that tasting. Let's get to work, shall we? Okay, right. Need to go pick up the materials first from the automaton. And then craft up the components we need. Let's see, what are we making? Brewery supplies, and they do not need to be high quality. I guess making all these would be pretty trivial now. Considering I'm already level 90 with 90 crafter gear. Done, are you? Why, yes. Took you long enough, but it was worth the wait. Now, we're only a few simple steps away from producing lovely, lovely grog. Actually, I was hoping to try a new recipe. I've come up with what uses local ingredients. This ought to be good for a laugh. I'll bet it tastes even worse than the usual dregs you Thols serve up. As long as we can switch over to my recipe afterwards, I don't see the harm in trying, though. Down the hatch. Under Ozog's watchful eye, Watts' anvil is now equipped with a fully functioning brewery, an essential part of any tank building facility. Right. With the majority of the workforce now blind drunk, the next logical step is to begin producing large quantities of highly flammable fuel for their experimental war machine. I mean, it's the next logical step, obviously. These fools certainly seem to be enjoying the booze. I suppose I could do them the honor of passing a little across my palate. By Wat's beard, this is incredible. In fact, it might be even better than the ale we make in Comra. Though the recipe is of my own invention, your brewing techniques are the key to its unique flavor, Uzog. I hope you don't mind me interrupting this NEOPS to discuss your side of the bargain. What are you planning to do about my tank fuel, eh? Planning? Why, it's already been dealt with. Take a closer look. Are they literally drinking ethanol or something? Eh? Looks like a brewing vat to me. Ha! That shows you how much you know. Behold, the patented GROG ethanol mill. Yep, that's what I thought. By fermenting various forms of vegetation, like dry grass and so on, then distilling it a few times, we're able to produce fuel that can be used in a range of machines. What do you think of that, you simple-minded simpletons? That's bloody brilliant! And you started working on it before we even gave you your grog? You don't waste any time, that's for sure. It really is quite remarkable. I'd say our doubts have been laid to rest, at least as far as her skills as an engineer are concerned. Let this be a lesson to all you naysayers. But the proof, as they say, is in the pudding, and you'll see the true extent of my genius once you feast your eyes on the power of ethanol fuel. Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. For all we know, the whole thing might blow up in our faces. But I suppose it would be poor form not to express my appreciation. So, thanks, Ozog. Try not to sound too enthusiastic about it. But if you're in the mood for giving praise, I reckon Brilliant deserves some too. I wouldn't turn that down. Yes, all right. I hadn't forgotten. Good work, Brilliant. Ozog couldn't have done it without you. That was funny. Reputation up with Wat's Anvil. You have achieved trusted reputation with Wat's Anvil. New Dwarf Tribal daily quests are now available from Margit at Wat's Anvil. Furthermore, you will be able to undertake 3 additional quests from Margit as a reputation bonus. This bonus is available until the daily reset time for tribal quests. Yep, just the usual stuff. And then let's see what new stuff we get in the shop. We get the minion, which I can afford. And that's about it for now.